The Lakers win it 106-93. A wire-to-wire win. They led by as many as 36 points in this game. Perfect 5-0 following a loss this postseason. And LeBron James is not only champion, but finals MVP yet again. Welcome back into our NBA TV studios. Guys, it was the night that you all expected, but perhaps not as big a win as you all expected. These are the Hall of Famers, Grant Hill, Gary Payton, Isiah Thomas, and Zeke. I hear they're sipping on Sherlon champagne already, huh?
Absolutely, and I'm so happy for the players, and I'm happy for myself that this is the first time in NBA history that they get to drink their own champagne. So I'm happy. This is a great night.
Heaven must be like this, Grant.
Yes,
I also love the evolution of LeBron's post-game comments after winning a championship, going from it's finally time to Cleveland. This is for you to I want my damn respect too, right?
Well, first of all, I'm wondering where our champagne is, Isiah. But
well,
I'll save that for another day.
You know where I'm at on that, Grant.
Exactly. But no, I think that's been the narrative or the motivation that has helped to drive LeBron this season. He talked a lot early in the year and all throughout the season just about how people wrote him off. And, we all know great players will use perceived slights or whatever as motivation. And so I tell you, it worked. He was sensational all season. His athleticism, his durability, his leadership, everything was as good as we've ever seen from LeBron. And so now I will say, I think he did have everybody's respect, but I do understand him using that as motivation and that being part of his theme to get through this season. And so, MVP, Finals MVP, just incredible. At his age, he talked about his commitment to the game. Well, you know what? No one in the game is as committed to his body and getting himself ready to be at his best. And so really a great joy and pleasure for all of us to watch the greatness of LeBron James.
GP, it's been more than a year since the start of this season, since media days were followed by preseason games. It's difficult to quantify all that this season has held. What can be said not only of the Lakers getting to this point, but the NBA?
Well, I want to give a lot of credit to Adam Silver and the NBA because they did a great job of getting this bubble together, keeping everybody together, keeping everybody safe. Even when we were going through the crisis and stuff with all of the police brutality and people always wanted to almost stop him. But this has been a weird and a strange year in 2020, and we know that. And I just think, and I give all of them credit because we fought through it. They fought through it. Everybody has fought through it. And now you come up with the LA Lakers being champions of the NBA, and they did a great job. And I just want to give them kudos, and I want to give the NBA kudos for what they have done to make this happen.
An incredibly touching moment, GP. And then we, of course, immediately show you that J.R. Smith is already shirtless. Like, he's already shirtless. It took moments only. And now you have to call him the two-time champion, J.R. Smith, by the way. Let's, though, talk a little bit about the first-time champion, Anthony Davis. Zeke, it was just moments after the win that he wasn't celebrating on the floor. He had broken down in tears on the sideline. What does a moment like this mean to a player like him?
For Anthony Davis, who's a great player coming out of Chicago, we and I put a lot of pressure on the Chicago players to become champions. If you're going to be great in this league and you have all-star and superstar status, then back home in Chicago, you have to win the championship. And if you look over at the championship teams over the last 15, 20, 25 years, every team has had a player on it from Chicago. And Anthony Davis now joins our group in Chicago. And that's what we pride ourselves on. You just can't be a good player. And Anthony Davis' status has definitely risen, not only in the league, but more importantly, in his own neighborhood in Chicago. And that's what's important. You saw his father there. So this is the emotions that you see happen that's pouring out of him. The pressure that's being put from the hometown where you grew up in the standards that we've all set, that you got to become a champion if you have the type of talent that he possesses, and he's delivered on it. And I'm extremely happy and proud of him. And once he gets done celebrating in LA, you know Chicago's going to be waiting for him to celebrate also.
All right. Grant, what does this do to cement AD's status in the league?
Well, Kristen, it validates him. You know, he's a champion now. For 7 years, he was a promising young player, became a great young player, but just didn't have the success in the postseason that puts you in that rarefied air. And now to join up with the Lakers and to join with LeBron James and to be a real integral part, to be one of the main cogs, the two of those guys leading the charge and learning how to become a champion in an incredibly challenging and difficult season and year with all that we've all endured. Now he's like I said, he's in that upper room now, if you will, and there's a certain respect, there's a certain cachet, a certain celebration and appreciation for his game and what he's accomplished. And so, I'm excited for him, but I also think that the future is very bright. I think the Lakers have a lot of runway in front of them, and I think just the know-how, the understanding of what it takes to win and to go through some difficult moments and to sacrifice and all that encompasses is exciting for them. I also think what LeBron said about his own experience and playing with D Wade and learning in that system and learning from a champion, and then now paying it forward and having the opportunity to help Anthony Davis understand what it takes to be a champion. I thought that was a beautiful moment that he shared. And so anyway, Anthony Davis, now he goes down as one of the best, and I think there's probably more championships in store for him throughout the course of his career. Because
he did finish with 19 points and 15 rebounds, Anthony Davis. GP, it can't be easy to play alongside a once-in-a-generation player like LeBron James, knowing the greatness that he commands, the respect that he demands, knowing that sometimes you'll have to sacrifice statistically, but that you'll also be counted on in the clutch. What can be said of what impressed you most about AD's fit alongside LeBron James, especially in this postseason?
Well, Grant took what I was going to say about what LeBron said about him. The whole key to that is that they became friends, and he became almost like a big brother to him. Once AD went with Rich Paul and went part of that and became a family to LeBron brought him in and colored him in there. And then he made it. It's easy for you to be outside of a great player like that if he's your brother and he wants you to succeed. And he wants him to succeed, as he said that when he was speaking at the podium. And then all AD has to do is go out there and perform. And he did that, and he performed all the time. And LeBron said it, we go as you go. And that's what happened, and they won a championship. So it's so easy when a guy takes you in, becomes a big brother.